Hello pilots and welcome back to another X-Wing Flight video brought to you by Out of Art Gaming. As always, my name is Phil and today we have another casual game in store and it looks like it's going to be a really fun one. We've got some interesting pilots on both sides of the board, but joining me for this we have...
James, I'm here to see what's going down with these various ships.
These are ships that you don't normally fly, so...
Yeah, I've had to look up what pretty much all of them do.
I mean...
But I am prepared for the commentary.
Yeah, on one side they are all brand new ships, which I'm actually really looking forward to going through. But let's break down the list. You're going to let us know what Rich is flying?
Yeah, so Rich is flying a Separatist list with Jango Fett, running Crackshot, Tractor Beam, Zam Wesell crew, Proton Bombs, Contraband Cybernetics, the Slave One Separatist title, and little young Boba Fett gunner. And then the rest of the list is actually 3 of the same ship. We've got Fearsome Predator, running Elusive, Fire Control System, Discord Missiles, which are the Buzz Droids, Shield Upgrade, and the Intercept Booster.
Those Discord missiles are an absolute pain.
Well, that was one of the ones I had to look up. I was like, I haven't seen those in a while. Which ones are the Discord missiles? And then I was reading through, I was like, oh. And then I realised it was 3, and I went, oh.
Yeah, I came up against 3 when running the Patreon list last week, and I also had the same thought. I was like, how do these work again? Because it's been so long.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how they work with scenarios. Which scenario is this? It looks like...
But this one is chance engagement.
Okay.
So I think on this night there was quite a few games that we played through, and chance engagement happened to come up a few times when we rolled off for it.
So who does Rich have the chance of engaging with?
So Rich is engaging with Conor, who is running a Hot Shots and Aces 2 Empire list with Flight Leader Ubbel in the TIE RB Heavy with Elusive, Think Laser Cannons, Tiber Saxon, Target Assist MGK 300. Also has Juno Eclipse in the TIE Advanced X1 with Composure, Advanced Optics and Fire Control System. Getting that boost on the Advance is great. Second sister in the TIE Interceptor. TIE Interceptor with the Force is amazing. Brilliant Evasion, Predator and Shield upgrade. Magnetolven in the TIE, the yellow TIE on this one, with Marksmanship, Auto Blasters and Precision Ion Engines. And rounding the list out we have Irika Quell in the red noted TIE Fighter with Enduring and Ion Missiles.
There's some fun abilities amongst those new pilots.
Oh, the abilities on those pilots are absolutely brilliant. And what the 2 things I love about the 5 pilots that come from Hot Shots and Aces 2 is A, you can get them all in one list, which is really nice. And B, they all have good abilities. Like, they are all really, really fun. I mean, Flight Leader Ubbel is just brilliant. His ability, after a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 defends, if it was dealt a damage card, you may perform a bonus attack against the attacker.
I mean, anything that gives a bonus attack is fantastic. I mean, Jango here is running Zam Wesell crew for the same thing.
Yes. And yeah, it's just insane. I absolutely love that ability. I think it's so good, especially when it's an I-5. And I have actually flown a slight variation of this list with different upgrades, and I kept it close to my TIE fighters because, well, they had no shields. So if they got shot, they were taking damage tokens. Also, he doesn't have shields, so he's taking damage tokens. It's range 0 to 2. So, and you're friendly to yourself, so you can trigger it on yourself, which is brilliant. But I just think that they are some really cool pilots. I mean, Magnet and Irika are just such interesting TIE fighters.
And they're pretty cheap on points at 3.
Yeah, 3 points apiece, and they have good loadouts. Magna has a loadout of 10, and Irika has a loadout of 9. You can give Magna a cannon, as you can see.
You can
And
give Erika missiles because her ability gives her a lock.
yes, which you have a ship in bullseye when you fully execute a maneuver, you get a lock. I mean, on a TIE fighter, getting a lock is brilliant in itself because you don't get that natively. And that's just brilliant. I absolutely love that. And Magna, while you have 2 or fewer stress tokens, you can perform white actions even while stressed. After you get a stress token, you may perform a white action if able.
I mean, it's looking more and more like a rebel list in a way.
I mean, that's such a
We've
rebel
got kind
ability.
of a B-wing with, just I'm stressed but I don't care. We've got double shooting if you shoot my allies, which feels kind of rebel synergy. We literally have a rebel pilot in Erika Kell.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. Second Sister brings that Empire vibe back.
And she has a good ability. You can spend 2 force to change all of your hits to a crit.
Yeah.
But just having 2 force for defense in that thing is amazing.
It is the perfect amalgamation of ship and pilot. I think the only way, I mean, don't get me wrong, I would have loved it if it was I5, but I think that would have been just too good. But
yeah,
you know what? It's just fantastic. But I mean, we've spoken a lot about those Empire ships. You know what? These Predators are still pretty handy as well.
Yeah,
And they've actually put their prey token on Flight Leader Ubbel as well.
Now, do you have the info on how their token works? Because these are all they're limited, but they're limited to 3. So they all have the same, was it Fearful Prey token you can give to the enemy?
Yes. Here's where it gets a bit tricky. So the Fearsome Predator is unique 3, but the Fearful Prey actual condition is limited 1. So you can only actually put Fearful Prey on 1 ship.
Right, so all 3 of them kind of want to gang up on 1 target.
Yeah, hence they're bombing it up there for Flight Leader Ubbel. And the condition is after you defend against an enemy Fearsome Predator, if you did not spend at least 1 green token during the attack, gain 1 strain token.
Oh, so it's a bit like a hot shot gunner.
Yeah, which is not great for Flight Leader when he only has 1 evade. However, he does have the option of gaining 2 calculate tokens when he engages if there are at least 2 enemy ships at range 2 to 3 and he has no green tokens.
If he wants to be using those synced laser cannons to their best, then you want to be calculating. So
yes,
that's the plan.
Absolutely, because when you're calculating, your opponent doesn't gain the range 3 bonus with sync laser cannon, which I think that sync laser cannon is a great choice. Although I do like proton cannons on the TIE Heavy because it can fit those on there.
Dude, I just like seeing the TIE Heavy on the board.
I mean, I almost wish all TIE fighters were that big on the board. If they did like a oversized X-Wing game, like I'd be happy to use a TIE fighter that big. It would almost be like the X-Wing shatter point.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. We don't necessarily want that, by the way, AMG.
No, I don't.
It was just
for that at the moment.
Yeah. It was just a little brainstorm.
Rich is going all in on Ubbel.
I mean, I don't blame him. Ubbel is a threat. I5, he's chunky, he's got that double tap.
Is yellow, for Rich, actually close enough to get the objective, though?
Yeah, it's range 0 to 2, and I think he does sneak that in there.
Okay.
It's a very tight call there, but I do believe it is going to actually get in there. I will point out that the intercept boosters have been detached
I mean, they've done their work. They're in the fight now. You don't really need them at this point.
Yeah, Intercept Boosters are an interesting one. If you need to get somewhere quickly, early game, they are absolutely brilliant. Oh, and we have...
Here we go. Here's the little droids.
So, again...
No one knows how they work, so here's the card.
Yeah, absolutely. They were reading the card. They were just like, right, how do I do this again? They did figure out. So obviously you launch them at speed 3, either a bank or a straight maneuver. If they actually hit a ship, they either go in the front or rear arcs. Which if you're going to do it, and you can, stick it in the front arc, because they'll have to then go through it again.
Yeah,
which triggers it twice.
It's going in the back here because the other one is going to go at the front.
There was a little bit of a debate on that one. They're still obviously trying to figure it out.
So, okay, it's better to go at the front. So we'll definitely put one at the front.
Yeah.
Because if there's already one at the front, you can't put another one there, can you?
No, you can't put another one there. And Conor was actually an absolute, like, he's such a lovely guy. And he was talking through it with Rich. He was like, look, you can put it in the back, but then I'm just going to move off of it. So if you want it to affect me next time, it's better to have it in the front. And then they were debating about Yellow actually using his as well. But in the end, they only decided to shoot Reds at this point.
Okay. How many uses is it? It's...
you only get one charge on them. There has been an update to the Buzz Droids as well from the card. The card actually states they have 3 evade dice, but in the errata they actually only have 1.
Okay.
So they were still using the old card on there, but again, it's easy to forget about the errata, to be honest. But we've got our first attack coming in. It is Jango going in to Ubbel.
Oh.
Damage straight through. Starting working his way down, and it is obviously a chance engagement, so half points are in play here. Which I actually quite like, to be honest.
Now, which side of Zam do you think Jango went for?
Well, when it starts, it obviously loses 2 charges as the crew.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're not actually up to charge, yeah.
So it would be the one which gains you the 2 charges when it triggers, and I can't remember which one it is because I haven't used it. Oh, 3 big hits coming in there.
Oh, and nothing.
Blank out on Fearsome Predator. It's a good job he's got that shield upgrade, otherwise that would have been
that shield upgrade saves him.
Absolutely. I mean, that's 8 points well spent on Fearsome Predator to keep that.
Elusive.
He's remembered the elusive trigger, so yeah.
I haven't played a lot more elusive lately. I mean, it's very good, and it's only, 2 points?
2 points, yes.
It does seem to be everywhere.
It is very good. I mean, I don't tend to use it. I mean, for me, talent-wise, I tend to use Marksmanship and Deadeye Shot. They're my 2 favourites on most ships. Certain ships obviously have specific ones, but I like those 2. And plenty of evades there for Green. Green's got greens for days.
Oh, out range.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
So Erica's just out of range. Magna can hit yellow, but she would have much preferred to have tried for red there. But having to spend the focus to get 1. And there's an evade in there. It was always a long shot.
I mean, you still take the shots you can.
Yeah. Returning fire from the Fearsome Predators, obviously going into Ubbel, no other choice. Spending a token so doesn't get strained from that one, but does take a damage there, and I think that's a crit, which is direct hit.
Ooh, and he's gonna get another crit from the Buzz Droid.
Yeah.
At some point, isn't he?
at engagement step 0. Oh, 3 more hits coming in.
Ooh.
And he scores the evade, so he can't spend the tokens, so he is going to get strained.
Of course, yeah. Although I guess strain at this point doesn't.
No, nothing else is going to shoot
you still have
him.
to try and clear it, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, you have an ability like Ubbel, where it's like shoot anyone else and I'll get a bonus, so you just shoot Ubbel. That does happen.
Yeah. I mean, Ubbel should be getting a second shot as well, which I think he's about to.
Oh, that's true. It's a ship at range 0 to 2 that defends, so it is himself.
Yeah, I don't know if he's actually done it, but he has just taken that crit there at the engagement step 0, and he's just got a panicked pilot. That is.
Try and finish off red, I suppose.
Yeah. He's got to hope that you can keep it in arc. That's a tough round there. I mean, everything was shooting into Ubbel. I think Rich was hoping to possibly have taken it all the way down, but getting 6 damage through there is still pretty good.
Potentially another easy bit of damage with the buzz droids.
Yeah. Because obviously that double stress on there does mean that he's not going to be able to do the barrel roll to shake them.
So whilst Ubbel is in a lot of trouble, the rest of the Empire is looking pretty good.
Yeah, they've got quite
closer to the objective. They're in good positions. Juno a bit further back, and there's a debris eventually in her way, but she's got enough time to get around it.
And she has the boost.
She does have the boost.
Love it.
And she's also got, okay, she's in an X1 advanced. She's got fire control system. She also has advanced optics. That's a mean combo.
Yeah. And Composure as well is
just in case, something goes wrong and you don't have your focus for advanced optics. No, you have your focus.
It's very. There's a lot of redundancies in that ship, and I really like it. And I mean, it's nice to have Juno Eclipse back in the game, to be honest.
Yeah, she's a good character in Force Unleashed.
And she was a good pilot in version 1 as well. She was one that I did actually use fairly regularly. So again, it's nice when some of the older pilots get brought back in. But I mean, these pilots are really good fun. I did like the Hot Shots pack. It has some good, interesting stuff in there.
Yeah, the abilities are interesting without being like, wow, that's just ridiculously strong, or, oh, that's a bit...
Yeah, I mean, you look at Second Sister's ability, and that sounds absolutely bonkers, but then you remember you've got to spend both Force, and where she's I4, it limits that because she may have had to have spent that Force on defense.
I do like that the timing for her to make the decision is after the neutralized dice results, though.
Yeah, there's so many times.
I have landed all 3 of my hits, let's say. You know what? Sure, they're all crits. Have fun.
And the best bit is, it doesn't say primary attack.
Oh, Erica has that rock.
Erica, you are not a Vulture droid, which means 1 damage and roll. But she does still get her...
Oh, true, yeah, she got the way for the lock.
She still gets the lock, but...
Not that you can shoot this round.
Yeah. So again, obviously, rocks instant damage and then roll for damage. So that tie's not looking good at the moment. Let's see what happens. Oh, another hit. That is half points.
The 1 point.
Yeah, it's only 1 point, but it leaves her on 1.
It's 1. Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, because it's rounded down. And I always have to think about that every time. Like, is it
Everyone
up
always asks that. It's like, are we rounding up or down? You round down.
Yeah.
Then you round up when you get the other half.
Yes. Oh, that is aggressive from Second Sister.
Oh, so that boost.
Yeah.
Nice.
Knowing as well that green has already moved, that's a great setup.
Yeah.
And I like Juno coming in down the middle as well.
Maybe be a little worried about Jango.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where he goes. He's still got to come round, but possibly Ubbel might try and block him. We'll have to see. He's got to do something white or blue. And the 2 forward is blue.
Yeah, he's not got a lot of options for blue, has he? 1 straight, 2 straight, 2 bank. That's it.
Yeah. I think that's... I mean, I love the TIE Heavy, and I think there is some really cool stuff you can put on there, like the target assist, chuck on a expert handling to turn all your actions white and do a white barrel roll, and a medium-based ship is fun. And its dial's not too bad as well. But I think my favourite bit is the fact that you almost don't need an arc indicator on it, because you can just spin the gun back or forward.
With the changes to range shots, you can now shoot at range 0. Can you shoot the buzz droids off of yourself?
Yes.
I like that change.
Yeah.
Because previously you had to either position yourself so that you were like facing a rock so they couldn't be there, so they went behind you and then you could fly away from them, or you had to have someone else fly in and shoot them off.
Yeah.
Which we've only ever seen Anakin knock you off.
Yeah. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but now that you can shoot them off at range 0, and they only have 1 evade and 1 hull, it does make it a lot easier, which is possibly why we've seen a bit of a dip off in them, because for the ships that can take discal missiles, they could take energy shell charges instead. I know they're a little bit more expensive, but they are very potent.
It depends what you're up against. I mean, Conor's list has... Okay, he does have a few shields, but it's mostly hull.
Yeah.
And that just means crits.
Indeed. Oh, that's not a great roll there for Jango.
Oh. That is a good roll for Ubbel.
Nope, that's a bad roll for Ubbel because he couldn't do that. But that is another damage on Ubbel. I mean, he wishes he had 3 dice.
Possibly some miscommunication on who's defending there.
Yeah. And that is another crit going through.
Oh, what is it?
I believe it was a hull breach. Yes, hull breach.
How does hull breach show up when your ship is on 1 health so often in this game?
I think it's to remind you that your hull is breached at this point, rather than it's going to mess you up. Because like I said, I very rarely get it when I have multiple hull left. Oh, just the 1 coming back in. So he's just getting his calculate there for... I think he's actually going for green there. But 2 evades.
Green says no.
Green is really living up to his name and making those green dice work for him. I mean, if that's how it works, I'm going to paint all my ships green. See if they last longer.
And then if you also want good red dice, you got to paint them red as well and have them Christmas themed.
I mean, I did see some interestingly Christmas painted ships on Insta over the festive period. That is a great shot, but triple evades there from yellow, just saying no thank you.
Okay, I can do this, I can do this. Okay, I've got 3 hits, dodge it. And then they go, sure. And then they just...
Yeah. They just nope you.
Now, what shot is that it's 5 dice?
That should be Prockets, but when the list was sent to me, it didn't say Prockets on there, it said Predator. And I can't quite see the card because it's right at the top there. But that is a Procket shot.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I'll question Conor. He's been known to be a bit dodgy, but you know what? He's triggering Second Sister, so...
Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, maybe he doesn't have the shield upgrade, because they're both 8 points.
Yeah, I think that might be where it is.
Looking at the card, I don't see a shield token.
Yeah, so maybe it was just a slight mistake on the list. Maybe it was a previous version, but
Yeah, last minute change to the list.
yeah,
Prockets with that ability to get all those crits through. That's cool. I'm not seeing that.
It's just fun. It's just
green is
wrong.
Just...
Yeah, and not only that, you've got Predator as well, so you could have re-rolled one of those if you needed it. Focused them up if you needed it. Seen what Rich rolled, and then went.
One of the best proton rockets in the game.
Yeah, I'd love to see that versus, say, I don't know, Jake or someone, and see how that goes. You've got the 5 straight, but I've got the 5 crits.
I'd want to see it up against something like the Ghost, where you just go, okay, how much hull have you got? Okay, take 5 crits. Let's see how damaged you are.
Direct hit. No, like fuel leak, direct hit, and just put them all up. It would just be... You could, in theory, take out a Ghost with 5 crits if it had no shields.
Probably, yeah.
If you got Hull Breach and then just triggered all the direct hits, it would just keep adding and adding and adding.
Conor also took out green before there were any more buzz droids from it.
Which is helpful. Oh, Rich taking the opportunity to get Erica off the board. No ion missiles being shot there.
I mean, she hit a rock.
Yeah, she sort of left herself open to just get absolutely wiped.
It's fine. She'll crash. She'll end up in a bar for a while, and then she'll join the rebellion. It's all good.
Yeah. Hot Shots and Aces, Pack 3.
Yeah, read Alphabet Squadron. Find out more.
I do still need to read that, actually.
Not read the follow-on books, but the first one's really good.
Yeah, I keep meaning to get around to read it. I have heard good things about it. I've flown Alphabet Squadron style lists, but never read the book.
Yeah, I hope we get all of those pilots at some point.
I like it when you do get pilots from like the books and like the other media as well. The ones that like might only have like a small showing, but just they turn up and you're like, yes, you know what, I'm really happy they're there.
It's a pretty good attack from Conor.
Yeah, so that'll be in. Oh, that's Red God as well. A brutal turn there. But it's not quite over. Because we have
his last legs.
I mean,
Jango is, full health and can pack a punch.
Oh, he really can. I mean, Proton Bombs with Zam Wesell and Contraband Cybernetics, it's brutal. And there goes Ubbel.
Yeah.
So that actually levels the points back up at the end of the turn there to 10 all. It's so close.
I mean, I feel like we're getting some Proton Bombs right now.
Oh, I mean, if we don't, I'd be very disappointed.
But Jango needs to start heading towards the middle of the board because yellow is just going to get swarmed, I think.
Yeah. Which is ironic because droids are normally the swarmy ones.
Yeah, a little bit.
But while we wait to see where everyone does go, just want to remind you guys, if you do enjoy what we're doing here at Art of Art Gaming, you can support us on Patreon with a link in the description below. Our top tier actually gives you the opportunity to tell us what to fly, and we've had some really good fun with the list that we've been given. So if you want to give us a really cool list to try that you want to see on the table, or something super janky, join us on Patreon. Come and join us on the Discord and tell us what to fly. Just like our latest Patreon supporter, David, welcome to the crew.
So
there is that Proton Bomb.
The other pilots. So Second Sister shows up in Rebels. Juno Eclipse from Force Unleashed. Erica Kell from Alphabet Squadron. And then we've got Magna Tolman, who apparently turns up in the Dr. Aphra comics.
Kind of makes sense because we got Dr. Aphra in the Hot Shots pack as well.
And then Ubbel doesn't really have much of a description.
It's tough when you've got high heavy pilots because it's a very new ship.
It showed up like 3 minutes in the Solo movie, and that's all we've seen of it.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looked amazing in the Solo movie, and I wish they kept that deleted scene in though. because that would have. I don't think it would have added anything. Yeah, the one where Han obviously is defending his actions in the mission.
It's a good scene, but I get why they didn't add it, because then you get the whole build-up to, oh, Han is now flying. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't have added anything to the movie, really, other than runtime.
Yeah.
Oh, nice target lock there from Juno, getting ready for the inevitable turn-in from Jango. That is a very tricky position for Second Sister to be in.
I mean, a barrel roll and a boost can probably get her out of it.
Yeah, I think it might just get her far enough away.
Plus, possibly keeps the shot on yellow if you do that.
Yeah. No tokens other than the one force token that's back. And yes, I know it's showing that Juno has a force. I clicked the wrong thing on the overlay and then it wouldn't let me get rid of it. It just wouldn't let me zero it, which was really annoying.
So whilst, okay, didn't get the tokens that she wants, Second Sister is now not right behind Jango. So whilst bombs don't always do damage, they are still very good control pieces.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely something to keep in mind.
The area denial of a bomb. Yeah. Absolutely. I think one that's actually a really interesting threat one is the Electro Chaff, because it doesn't go off straight away. Is it the Electro Chaff or the Electro Proton Bomb? Sorry, that's the one. That's the one you drop with a fuse token on it, and then it has a range 0 to 2 on it. And it's one of those ones of you get close to it like, oh no, I really need to get away from this now. It's so disruptive.
Yeah, it's some real nuisance stuff.
Laser bombs. We haven't seen much of those. I think I've seen them twice.
Maybe a little expensive for what you get.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, there's the classic favourites. There's the proton bomb, thermal detonators, seismic charges are always popular.
Blazer bombs and thermal detonators are the same cost. It's like, I'll just take thermal detonators.
Oh, absolutely. I'll drop 2 of those, please. Oh, what's that? I'm in a TIE bomber. I'll drop them with a bendy token. 1 left, 2 right. Spread the pain.
I do want a thermal detonator token that's just a rock.
That would be
just
great.
Going back to solo.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be absolutely hilarious.
No mods. That's pretty good.
1 damage going through onto Second Sister. So yeah, as we see, there is no shield token there. So yeah,
any damage onto an interceptor is good damage.
Yeah, it feels bad when you have to take damage on that.
And then that happens.
That's insane. And then sets up Zam.
Oh no, sorry, it's not a crit, it's Zam's card. I saw a face-up card and assumed it was a crit.
Yeah.
Of course it's not. So Zam is now allowing this bonus shot.
Yep.
I try and explain Zam, but there's so much text between her and her 2 conditions. There's like, look, do you want a bonus? Do you think you're getting shot for a bonus shot, or do you think you're not getting shot to get a bonus shot? I think is all it really comes down to.
Yeah, it's. There are quite a few cards which are so wordy when it literally just comes down to, it does this.
Yeah, I mean, I get why there's so many words, just to make sure like all the timings are correct within the rules of the game.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it could be a bit simpler, maybe.
But it was like, I don't know if he's the same now, but Fenrau in the shuttle in version 1 was just so wordy.
He's still got quite a lot of text, but yeah.
It's easier now. But damage is getting spread around there. Juno has no shields.
I have a shot on yellow.
No, just out of arc there.
Oh, that is unfortunate for Conor.
Yeah, and Rich has snuck the lead in there. 13-11.
So what no, he's stressed, isn't he? I was hoping to have like Fearsome Predator yellow just turn around and just throw out his last little bit of buzz droids.
Oh, that would be insane. When you say he's stressed, it's still But those things have got a really good dial, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, the droids are super quick.
Yeah, Rich brought 3 lots of Discord missiles, but only so far at least has managed to deploy 1 set of buzz droids.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with buzz droids is that they can be really good, but once you launch them, unless they either become another obstacle to avoid, or they just hit one ship and then do a little bit. I mean, they were very effective against Ubbel, taking off 2 damage, which is obviously really handy. Not quite fitting it, no.
Fortunate.
I mean, when I flew against Scott, as soon as they came up, it was like, I don't like this, and I was trying to avoid them where I could, or having to take shots at them. Admittedly, I didn't have anything else to shoot, but having to use my shots to try and get rid of them.
I wonder if they would be more effective in other scenarios. Because in a way, they're mines. So you could just put them like in front of a salvage box.
Well, salvage would be really good because it causes a crit. You'd have to drop the thing.
They'd be really good in that scenario.
Thinking about it, salvage. That's brilliant for that.
Fine, I'll fly through your buzz droids, but I'll get the thing. It's like, okay, you picked it up, now drop it.
Yeah, because as well with that, it's a crit result, not necessarily actually taking a face-up damage card. So even if you've got all your shields and you take a crit, you still drop that token. So yeah, buzz droids, Discord missiles. I know not many people like the salvage mission. I think it's probably one of the least fun of the scenarios.
It's got the most extra rules to it. Like the other ones, this one, be near the middle, get points. The other ones, be near these other points, get points.
Do an action on the point.
Yeah, use an action, capture a point, fly away from it, capture the flag sort of thing.
Yeah.
Salvage mission. I like it, but it is definitely more complicated than the other 3.
Yeah, and if you are running ships that want to dance and fly around quite crazy, it's not a good mission. It's not an Aces mission.
No, definitely not.
It's
down boosts, battle rolls, slams, and cloaks. Some ships just rely on that so much.
Yeah, I mean, I think this list might be okay. Like Ubbel, Magna, Irika could possibly do it, but I mean,
Juno,
I would.
Sister, you just don't have them pick up anything.
Yeah, Juno, you just like, well, you don't have an ability anymore.
I guess you want to just sacrifice the ability.
So it's an interesting one.
Depends how much you need the points.
I mean, points do mean prizes.
Range 0?
I think you got to, really.
Actually, I think that's his only shot. Seems like nothing.
Looks okay there.
So
and a range 0 back. And I think that is 2 shields down there. But it does trigger Zam.
I think that's probably just gaining charges again.
I think it is at this point. Again, it's hard to keep track of Zam.
Yeah.
If you're not there.
Okay, that's the one.
Yeah. That's still pretty good.
Yes.
And that's the only shots of this round. Because that barrel didn't quite make it there with Magna.
They're all so close together, but we only had 2 range 0 shots.
Well, their placement of the 3 obstacles around that
they're very
objective. Yeah, I don't think I've seen obstacles that sort of intensely close to each other, and it's so open around the outside. Oh, another proton bomb going down just in case. I mean, why not?
Stops the Talon roll from Juno? I know stop or hit her.
Yeah, definitely Talon roll to the left now becomes tricky. So
I mean, looking at the board position, you feel like, okay, Juno wants to turn around. There's a rock right there, so she can't risk the 4K.
Yeah.
She could talon roll to her right, but then she's kind of away from everything. I feel like that's a pretty good prediction.
Yeah. It's a very solid drop for that, because I think talon roll to the right would be safe from the Proton. Talon roll to the left is going to be very much on it. And talon roll to the left is going to be the better option of sticking within the fight, because you look at where Fearsome Predator is now, it was quite easy to sort of say it's most likely going to end up there. But also, Juno Eclipse's position right now is great because it stops Fearsome Predator from boosting out of Magna's arc. And the Predator can't barrel roll because of those obstacles. So it's very much stuck there. So... And then the next question is, how aggressive does Conor want to go with Second Sister? Does he want to do a K-turn to get her back in, or just go round the rocks?
He's been keeping track of the score. He knows he's behind, so I feel like he probably goes quite aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, he could go full aggression and barrel roll to the right, but I think keeping the dial open is probably the better option there.
I mean, also, spending these last 2 turns to build up force again for that ability.
Yes. I mean, 5 points, I4 Interceptor with 2 force of that ability. Yeah, it's good. It's very good.
Yeah, we're marking Jango to see where Juno's going. Oh, I think that probably is the talon roll. If it's not the talon roll, then she can boost, or barrel roll boost away from the bomb. Nope, it is the talon roll. Good prediction from Rich with the bomb.
Yeah, O to have prime thrusters right now.
Or does Conor just go, you know what? I know there's probably going to be a bomb. I'll take the hit to get better positioning.
I think he's at this point going, you know what? It's probably not going to kill me. So...
It would give away half points, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would give away half points.
Which is only 2 points, but you still got to do quite a lot more to Jango to get half on him.
Yeah. I mean, Jango is a beast. I mean, 10 hit points on a medium-based ship.
At Initiative 6 as well.
At Initiative 6. And I would throw it out there that Slave 1 is probably the best medium-based ship in the game. It's got...
Yeah, I think so.
It's got 3 dice out the front, 3 dice out the back. It's got a pretty good dial, enough health, and some solid pilots on there.
Some good. Obviously, we can see Jango here. We haven't even gone through his ability, actually. What is it? When you defend or perform a primary attack, if the difficulty of your revealed maneuver is less than that of the enemy, you can change one of the enemy ship's focus results to a blank. That's mean. But like Boba Fett's ability for Scum is amazing. Rerolls for the number of people at range 1 of you.
Yeah.
I can't remember their name, but there's another Scum pilot who can curve bombs.
Oh, Eamon Azameen, who does it he can do it at range 3.
Again, I'm not great with the names, but there's one pilot for Scum who is really strong shooting backwards.
I want to say Kath Scarlet.
That sounds like the one, yeah. Also, it's just a cool ship.
Yeah, it's just a very cool ship. I mean,
good old lamppost head.
I mean, I'm glad I've got this version and the Scum version, and I absolutely love them. It did at points fly the Zam and Jango combo.
Ooh, Juno with the fire control system.
Oh, that's good. That's half points.
Did she sneak through a crit? No, I think is there a crit in there?
Yeah, fire control system, advanced targeting computer to have 1 hit to a crit.
Nice.
That gets the half points, and that crit is blinded pilot.
normally you only have me on when there's like rebels or resistance, so I'm always a bit biased. Here, I don't really mind who I'm not choosing a side. I'm just like, that's a cool shot. Okay, let's see the damage.
We get unbiased James. Just to go back, because someone in the comments is probably going to correct me, Crassus Trellix is the one who likes to shoot out the back.
Oh, okay. Maybe I think it was Cascade in version 1.
Yeah. So, Half Scarlet is while you perform a primary attack, if there's at least one friendly, non-limited ship at range 0 of the defender, roll 1 additional attack die.
Oh, does yellow... No, yellow lives, but...
That's correct.
I don't think that's a direct hit, but it...
No. Reading it, it's a wounded pilot, so...
Half points. Both players are close to 20.
It is absolutely crazy how close this is getting. And...
Oh, I mean, you've got to try and finish off yellow, I think.
Well, it's...
Yeah. Oh, no, so it's yellow shooting into...
Oh, hit crit into Juno. There are no tokens there. It's a range 3. That's Juno down.
But is that only 2?
That's 2 more points. That's 18 points apiece.
Turn.
And end of turn, they're both going to score a point.
Oh my!
19 to...
This is tight.
This is the closest game I have ever seen.
So see, Second Sister has not given up half points.
No.
Magna isn't hurt at all. Jango has given up half points, and Fearsome Predator Yellow has given up half points, right?
Yeah. So it's going to come down to...
Can Conor kill Yellow and not take damage, really?
Yeah.
Or can Rich protect Yellow and do something to... Probably Magna would be the easier target?
I think Conor is in the better position here because Jango, unless Jango goes slow, he's got to be careful where his arc is.
See, I feel like you just take Yellow, and you just get him out of there. He is the target, and if, just get him out.
Take turn for that shot, though.
Okay.
I don't dislike it.
I feel like I would have just gone, really.
Oh, that's close, that's close. Lands it.
Now, would a barrel give Second Sister the shot on Yellow?
I think Rich has just pointed out.
Yeah. You're relying on the Force to live whatever Jango does.
But you are using that ship's ability to its T. Barrel roll boost. Love it.
Yeah.
Take the stress.
The range 1 Second Sister can almost guarantee 2 damage.
Absolutely annihilate. Oh, he's gone slow with Jango.
But he has done a bank. He's still got the shot.
Yeah.
I bet Rich wishes he still had a bomb for that last round.
Oh, dropping a bomb there would have been brilliant because that would have hit both of them. But
if he triggers Zam Wesell, he could kill both Imperial ships.
He could. Right, so
trying to Second Sister to try and save the friend. Nothing?
Just one hit. Evaded.
Not the shot Rich was looking for. Here's the shot Conor wants.
And there's 2 hits in there. And yep, that's enough. That is Fearsome Predator down.
But well, I don't know, because if Jango gets his second shot, he could tie up the game still.
I mean,
right?
If Conor was being gamesman, he could say, I'm not going to shoot.
Yeah, but it's Conor, so he's going to shoot.
It's Conor, he's going to shoot.
Good on him.
He got a hit. Yeah, it's Conor. He's aiming. His aim is fun.
It's a casual game.
Yeah. I mean, if it was a tournament, I wouldn't have blamed him. Oh, evaded. Zam is triggering. Are we going to have a draw right here? It's so close.
I mean, did second sister spend any force? I think she spent one force.
She did spend one force, I can see it there. Spending that, and that is a solitary crit on Magna. That is...
Oh, that was into Magna. Trying to get
into Magna.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I maybe got into the second sister for that point.
Yeah.
But very close game.
Oh, so close.
To 1 point away from victory for both of them. Well flown, really.
Absolutely brilliant. 20-22 in favour of Conor there. That was just very enjoyable. Both, yeah, as you said, both pilots flew that so well. So well done to both pilots. I know it was an unbiased game for you, James, but I hope you enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that was great. Thanks for having me on.
No worries. Thank you for joining us. Guys, that's another game done. Just to make you aware, this coming Sunday, we do have a live stream of the Beachhead tournament with 5 games going ahead here on YouTube. So keep an eye out for that. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we will see you next time.